Hello, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jaime.mp4. Our story probably began back in high school. We kind of knew each other, but never went out, never hung out, more like an acquaintance. Then in college, we met a mutual friend and invited us to go out to dinner with a big group. Well, ends up happening that Melissa was there and our mutual friend didn't even show up. And from there, I started hanging out with this big group all together. And so we were friends first in college for about a year and a half. And then after that, we started dating. We just hit it off. And from there, it was kind of, I guess the rest is history, obviously. So
we started off as friends. We were good friends for about a year. And then we started dating after a year in April. And we had been dating for about 5 years. And then that's when I got surprised. It was in June.
Essentially what I did is I reenacted like our first date. One of our first dates, I was in college, you're poor, you don't have much cash. I took her out to go see the sunset after dinner, and that's how I kind of reenacted it. She didn't know it was going to happen.
I was completely surprised. I thought we were just going to dinner, and then we were just going to go maybe watch a movie or hang out or do something. But it was totally not what I expected, but it was a good surprise.
And then after that, we're at Sunset, in the back of my truck, and I proposed to her, and she was just taken by surprise. She didn't even expect it. So.
And here's the ring.
Well, how I picked up the ring was kind of a unique story. My aunt actually designs and makes high-end jewelry. And so she had told me before I got married, hey, look, come to me first, and I'll help you out with a really good deal, and then also what she wants. And so Melissa kind of gave me some ideas, but she didn't really pick it out. She just gave me some ideas, and so I kind of went forward with that and helped with my aunt, helped design it, and got it done. And she loved it. So
I did. I really did love it. It was an awesome surprise, and I just remember when he proposed to me, I just saw it glistening in the moonlight, because by the time he proposed, the sun was already setting. And it was a beautiful ring. One of the first things I did after Jaime proposed was I went to go and look for my wedding dress. To me, that was one of the most important things to get. I went to about 3 boutiques, and I tried on about probably like 10 dresses in each boutique. I took my mom, my sister, and my other matron of honor. She also went. And I remember the place that I found my dress at, it was at Palazzo Bridal. And I told the lady what I was looking for. I told her I wanted a sweetheart neckline. I wanted it to be an A-line. I wanted some detail on it. And she said, you know what, I pretty much have the dress that you're probably looking for. She went to the bag, she grabbed a dress, and sure enough, that was a dress that I ended up picking at the end. Like, she knew. So she grabbed it and she bought a whole bunch of other dresses as well. But when I tried that one on, it was the one. Everything else I just compared to it.
I still remember when Melissa came to Palazzo Bridal to look for her dress. She gave us specific things about her dress, what kind of dress she wanted. I think we just went to the back room and we just got the perfect dress for her. She was so happy and she loved it. If you're looking for that perfect dress, come and see me at Palazzo Bridal. I'm sure we can find that perfect wedding gown for that special day.
So planning the wedding, it was a long process. I'm not gonna lie, it was somewhat stressful. There were times where I just wanted to give up and have someone else plan the wedding, but thank God Jaime helped me plan a lot of it. I would ask him a lot for his opinion, and he helped me out through everything. One of the first things that we had to find and book was the location. So we had to pick where we were going to have our special day. And so we looked around at a lot of places. We almost looked everywhere. We finally decided on Mario's Ballroom, and we fell in love with it. It was exactly what we wanted. I was going for a very traditional, classic, elegant wedding, and I went inside the ballroom and this is it. This is perfect for what I wanted. And then Iris, who works there, she's very helpful, and I definitely recommend her for future brides. I think everyone should have a wedding planner for the day of, because it's a lot of stress the day of, and the last thing you want to worry about is, forgetting something, or, you want to enjoy your day pretty much.
At the end of the day, like as Melissa said, having that wedding coordinator for the day of was a lifesaver.
It was.
And after all it was done, it was probably one of the best days of my life. So
it ran so smoothly. It was amazing.
Well, for photographers, we ended up going with RGB Photography. Jay Caballero was our photographer. Actually really well to work with. Also with his wife, Lupita, his manager, that really helped us schedule everything. Wanted our needs first, and really was a great experience, both the engagement and the actual ceremony itself, from the church to the limo ride. And into the reception hall.
They were very, open and willing to do whatever we wanted. It was pretty much, we're here for you, your needs come first. So if we had a pose that we wanted to do, they weren't against it. They let us do whatever we felt comfortable doing. They were humorous, comical, take away some of the stress. It was just they're very easygoing people, very nice to work with, and I definitely recommend them.
Working with Melissa and Jaime was a beautiful experience for me and my team. We had a blast the day of the wedding. As soon as they came in, as soon as they visited the initial consultation, we hit it off. We knew we were the proper match for them, and we just went with it. We had a lot of fun, engagement, bridal, and nonetheless, of course, the day of the wedding. We embraced every idea that they had. They had a few ideas that they had on the back of their head they wanted to try out, and by all means, definitely we went with that, and they turned out a great wedding. They're a great couple. They're a beautiful couple, inside and out. I mean, their wedding was gorgeous, was beautiful. It was very memorable for me to be there and be a part of this beautiful couple's wedding. I wish them all the luck in the world. If you're a bride in need of a photographer, please visit our site at www.jcaballero.com.
Probably the most memorable photo with them had to have been our engagement session. We went to the Edinburgh Birding Center, and it was real close to the sunset there, and he was getting pictures of us that were just so natural. He wanted natural looking pictures where we weren't even knowing in the camera that he was taking photos, when we were just kind of laughing or kind of nervous. And those actually ended up being some of the better pictures, that when he ended up making an engagement photo to put a video on YouTube, and we could forward it to all our friends and family, and everyone says, like, who did your photography? They were just so amazed at how good it came out. And he put it a background of music, fade in, fade out to photos, and it was just great. We got so many compliments.
So we got married at Holy Spirit Catholic Church in McAllen. I remember asking my dad if it was packed in the church. I wanted to know, how I should, what I should be looking forward to. And he said, oh no, it's not even that packed or whatever. So I thought, okay. And actually, to be honest, I didn't feel that nervous. I was actually more excited. I know a lot of brides get real nervous, but I was really calm. I was walking down the aisle, and it was very emotional because I had my mom and my dad. They were both on each side walking me down the aisle. So to me, that was very special.
When I saw her walk down the aisle, I was just blown away. I had the biggest smile. I looked at her and I locked eyes with her, and I was just kind of more just like, oh my gosh, this is it. And that was probably the perfect dress that, out of all of the shows and magazines I had to look at, that would have been the dress I would have picked for her too, because it was amazing on her. And everything else went off without a hitch. We got married, and all our family and friends were there to enjoy our special day.
So standing there in the church, when everything was said and done, it felt really nice just to be holding my husband's hand. It was also surreal. Everything that we had planned for, everything that, just all the stress that we went through, it was all out the door. I can't even explain the awesome feeling that you have when you're standing up there and you're looking into each other's eyes and you're thinking, oh my God, this is the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And it's just amazing, like the feeling that you have. Everything just fades away in the background, and it's just you two standing up in the altar. Another touching thing that happened at the wedding was that his sister sang at our wedding, and she sang like an angel. And to us, it was just it was awesome that she decided to sing at our wedding.
My sister sang Ave Maria, so she had a beautiful voice. It was great. Everyone enjoyed it. They gave us compliments afterwards. And the one thing that I agree with Melissa 100% is that when we were up there, it was like the rest of the world went away.
Yeah, those are the memories that we'll always have.
Yeah.
So the decor at the reception, I wanted ivory and fuchsia, and she worked with me really well. You know, I was able to tell her what flowers I wanted specifically, and I gave her an idea of what I wanted. I wanted the tall, you know, the water and the vase, and she did exactly that. So there was this big arrangement. She had like several arrangements, and the biggest one was awesome. It was so elegant, I can't even explain it. It was in a vase with water and a lot of orchids inside. And then the linens, we went with, there at Mario's Ballroom. Iris provided us with the linens, and they were in ivory color, very pretty, kind of popped up. They were
Champagne.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're very pretty. It was the look I really wanted.
And then we had the mariachis come in, serenading us as we walked into the ballroom. Then that led into the first dance. We ended up having, what was it? Unforgettable?
Unforgettable by Nat King Cole and her dad.
Yeah, and obviously me being the person that can't dance well, just felt like a bunch of circles.
Mr. Two Left Feet, yeah. So it was a very nice dance. I mean, like I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. Everything else just faded away, and it was just us two dancing. It was very special. So for the cake, they did a 4-tier cake, and it was in ivory, and it had pink roses all around, and it was absolutely delicious. The inside was Italian cream, and we got a lot of compliments on it, so it's really good.
And I also got a groom's cake, and well, I'm a big-time Bronx fan, Texas Pan American Bronx fan, so I got the silhouette for my groom's cake, German chocolate. I don't even think I tried it, but didn't have a chance to, but
it was good.
I'm sure it was good. I know my mom said she loved it, so.
So the toast was one of the most important or most memorable part of our wedding reception. And we had my sister, Laura, who was a maid of honor, do the first toast. And then we had Jaime's brother, Javier, do the other toast, and he was the best man.
Yeah, and oh man, they cracked us up. They made us cry and laugh at the same time. It's so much so that one of the jokes that my brother said that the band member even did a rim shot for his. So it was everybody laughed about it way afterwards. So
Yes,
I still make fun of him for it today.
it was a roller coaster of emotions. It was absolutely awesome. I mean, it made me cry, it made me laugh. It it worked on all my emotions. So the bouquet toss, that was a funny story to say the least. All the bachelorettes, all the young single women went up, and I just remember throwing the bouquet, and one girl in particular, Jaime's cousin Priscilla, she was very eager and anxious to get the bouquet, and when she got it, she was pulling it away from Jaime's other cousin, and it just like shredded into pieces, so all the petals were on the floor. It was pretty funny.
The funny thing about that was I probably looked at her boyfriend afterwards. You couldn't find him anywhere. Well, for the garter toss, I got a little creative. With the help of the band, with the music, I got into the beat, and I pulled it off with my mouth, although a lot of people were jeering at the time. And when I tossed it, you know how guys come out, the single guys, they don't want, they're just up there because they were forced to. So they're just standing around pretending to try to grab it, and my friend Ricky caught it, and he was just, we took a photo afterwards. He was just happy. Actually, he didn't even want to keep it. So.
So for the band, we went with Blue Rio Variety Band. They were an amazing band, highly recommendable. They got the party going. Everyone was just out of their seats. Everyone was dancing, having a blast.
We got a lot of compliments about the band. They kept coming up to us all evening saying, "Who is this band? I've never heard of them before. They're really great." Everyone was dancing. They were asking recommendations for them. I said, "Just go ask them." We even had on the outside of the main hall, we had a silly booth. It's like a photo booth, but a little bit bigger, so you could get a lot more people in. You put on little hats and costumes, and we ended up taking a bunch of photos. And the neat thing was that as our party favor, the party guests get to keep a set of their photos, plus we get a copy of theirs, so we get to see them as well as they get to keep something from our wedding.
Think outside the box. That's what Silly Booth is. We're an open-air photo booth that is not inside a curtained box. And what that creates for the guests is an interactive experience. They get to see what all the other guests are putting on, what they're doing. It creates a lot of excitement. It creates a lot of silliness. It's a great party favor. And also what we give the client is an archival quality album where all of the photo strips are going to be adhered to the album, and then their guests are going to be able to sign it for them. Visit us on Facebook if you want to see the fun that others have had. If you're interested in our services, call us at 956-357-6198. This is Sandy Velasco with Silly Booth by Erica Velasco Photographers.
So at the end of the day, it was everything I could have wanted and more. Yes, weddings can be stressful, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just an amazing feeling to know that you're going home to the one person that you want to be with for the rest of your life, and of course the honeymoon.
She looked so gorgeous out there that after it was all said and done, we were just so happy that it was over with, but it was exactly what we wanted. And from then, all I could think about was 2 days later, we're going on the honeymoon, so.
It was very magical.
Yeah. We're the Ledesmas.
And we hope you enjoyed our love story.